Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to tell you, William Ruto pressured the ODM leaders to appoint Oburu Odinga as the party leader. Immediately after the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, William Ruto intervened to have Oburu Odinga installed as the party leader, thinking that he will have Oburu Odinga bow unto him and sell ODM party to him. But he made the greatest miscalculation of his political career. The reason I'm telling you this I compare the miscalculations of Right Honorable William Ruto to those of the first president of the Republic of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, when Mzee Jaramogi Oginga Odinga decided to go and have Kenyatta released. And when Kenyatta came, he negotiated to be made the Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya and have Jaramogi Oginga as his deputy, undermining Jaramogi's intellectuality. He undermined the will of the people that Jaramogi held in his heart. That is the one thing that they have never known about Oburu Odinga. Oburu is not a replica of Raila Amolo Odinga. There is no politician that can be defined as a replica of Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila did not take after his father. Raila forged his own political path. But one thing you don't know about Oburu, and one thing that we have come to learn from Oburu's yesterday's statement and interview on NTV, is that Oburu Odinga is actually a replica of his father Mzee Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. The reason we never came to know more about Oburu Odinga is because Oburu remained behind the shadows of his brother Raila Amolo Odinga. The decisions mostly that Raila made, he had to consult with Oburu Odinga. And that is why, when Oburu took the party ODM, many predicted the fall and the collapse of the said party. Many miscalculated Oburu's intellectuality. And that is why I have said that is what Mzee Jomo Kenyatta did with Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. In the year 1964, he appointed Jaramogi Oginga Odinga as his deputy president, as his vice president, expecting that Jaramogi would follow him all along, allow him to squander the resources of the people of the Republic of Kenya, the two of them. But in the year 1966, Jaramogi could not take it anymore. Jaramogi resigned as the vice president of the Republic of Kenya and formed his own political party, the Kenyan People's Union, KPU, which was the first party to be formed after KANU, after Kenya got its independence. And that party and Jaramogi became Mzee Jomo Kenyatta's greatest nightmare until the death of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. So Jaramogi would sit down, look at what people really want. When he was working with Jomo Kenyatta, Kenyatta would come and offer Jaramogi all the goodies, land, money, positions, and all that. But Jaramogi realized that the intention of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta is not to serve the people. It's to serve his own selfish interest. And that is when Jaramogi woke up and started now sensitizing people on what was happening in Jomo Kenyatta's government. That is what is happening right now. Jaramogi loved Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, and that is why he would not take the position that was offered to him to rule the republic while Kenyatta was in jail. The same thing is what was happening before Raila Amolo Odinga's death. Oburu Odinga defended William Ruto. He defended the broad-based. And those that were against the broad-based, like James Orengo, Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, Anyang' Nyong'o, Oburu Odinga, took them by the horns. He faced them and attacked them publicly, warning them from disrespecting Raila's Raila signed broad-based agreement between Raila and William Ruto. Are we together? But now, the moment Oburu took over ODM party after Raila's death, and he saw how the youths were reacting, he saw how people were all gunning up for the throne of Raila Amolo Odinga. People like Gladys Wanga, John Mbadi, he realized this is all William Ruto's work to have control over ODM. And William Ruto was the actual person that pushed Oburu Odinga to take leadership of the party. Because before, Raila Amolo Odinga had laid structures, as we told you earlier, that if anything was to happen to him, that ODM party should be inherited by James Orengo or Professor Anyang' Nyong'o as the party leaders. So, to avoid these people that had already differed with William Ruto before, William Ruto pushed Oburu Odinga's takeover. And when Oburu took over, Oburu flipped the coin on William Ruto like nobody's business. And everybody is surprised that Oburu Odinga has actually accommodated the defects, the people that were defecting, the people that had differed with the broad-based government in ODM. Edwin Sifuna is currently the advisor to Oburu Odinga, as he was to Raila Amolo Odinga. People like Babu Owino, Oburu called them and had a sit down with them, knowing the future of ODM lies on the hands of these young men and women. Alafu, Oburu, instead of fighting with those that were to take ownership of the party when Raila Amolo Odinga dies, he accommodated them. He has been consulting with James Orengo and Anyang' Nyong'o. So there is no way ODM is going to die in the hands of Oburu Odinga. What will die is the dominance of William Ruto over ODM. Actually, ODM is going to remain as strong as ever. Ruto Odinga has stood firm. Oburu Odinga has stood firm. Edwin Sifuna is speaking the voice of the party. People like Simbarati are telling William Ruto, no way you are going to take the party. One person like the deputy party leader, the Mombasa governor, Governor Abdul Swamad, is telling William Ruto, wait a minute, you think you are going to take ODM? Otiende Amolo tells William Ruto, you cannot take ODM. If you think you can weaken ODM to serve in your advantage, then you have made the greatest miscalculation of your political life. So William Ruto, I tell you, he is currently looking on a way on how actually he can manage this situation because it has gotten out of hand. He thought he would actually maneuver through it all, control Oburu Odinga, have Oburu Odinga be a Mr. Yes star to him, but woe unto him. And that is why you are seeing now those defectant voices, those minions that have been singing the praises of William Ruto within ODM. People like Gladys Wanga, people like John Mbadi, people like Robert Alai. These are all people that are being paid. And these are people with agendas, most of them looking for William Ruto, more so Gladys Wanga, John Mbadi, looking for William Ruto's endorsement in 2027 for them to become his running mate. So that is why you see currently they have been left outside. The William Ruto battalion, Akina Junet Mohammed, currently they don't speak for the party. You have seen that. The person speaking, I love how Oburu Odinga is walking side by side with Edwin Sifuna. That is what we all wanted for this party. Because we have been 100 supporters of ODM for so many years. And we tell you, ODM under Oburu Odinga is not going to die. It will thrive and it will stand strong even after Raila's death. Because Oburu has proven to be a man that listens to the voice of the people. Because that is what Baba stood for. Listening to the crowd. Even if he makes a mistake, he would reconnect with the people later after making a mistake. That was Baba for you. Oburu Odinga was Raila Amolo Odinga's advisor. Don't you forget that. Any decision, any major political decision that Raila made, Oburu had to be in play. So William Ruto thought, hey, amepata kagege, amepata kinyangarika ya kutumia. He is half for a treat. And I love the ODM that we are having going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to hear your take in regards to this matter. Leave your comment in the comment section.